The various methods of estimating the magnitude of flood peak, that includes rational method, empirical method, unit hydrograph technique, and fourth one is flood frequency studies. These are the four methods of estimating the magnitude of flood peak, magnitude of the peak flow, that is determined by using these four methods: rational method, empirical method, unit hydrograph method, and flood frequency studies. In that, I studied the first method, rational method, in which the discharge, peak discharge, is measured by using this equation. QP is equal to 1 by 3.6 into C into I into A. This is the equation of finding the peak discharge. This is a graph which shows the graph between runoff and rainfall rate versus time for uniform rainfall. This is a runoff hydrograph due to uniform rainfall. Then we have seen the Kirpich equation. Kirpich equation for measuring the time of concentration. This is the equation of Kirpich equation. TC, time of concentration, is equal to 0.01947 L raised to 0.77 into S raised to 0.385. This is a equation for measuring the time of concentration. Then rainfall intensity of rainfall for depending upon the type of structure. The return paid for that type of structure, it is given in this table. Runoff coefficient, values of the runoff coefficient depending upon the type of the area. So this runoff coefficient represents the integrated effect of the catchment losses. The runoff coefficient that represents the effect of the catchment losses. That depends upon the nature of the surface slope, and rainfall intensity. This values of the runoff coefficient that is given in this table for depending upon the type of area. If the type of area is urban area, which includes residential areas, industrial areas, streets, lawns. For this different type of area, the value of C's are given. For lawns, it is in between. Lawns having sandy soil, if it is flat, steep, average. The values of C's are given: 0.05 to 0.1, 0.15 to 0.20, 0.18 to 0.22. Similarly, for residential areas, for industrial areas, streets, then for agricultural areas that include flat areas, hilly areas. For this type of areas, the runoff coefficients are different. Then values of the runoff coefficient C for watersheds with agricultural and forest land covers. For vegetation cover and depending upon the slope, the values of C's are given for cultivated land, pasture land, forest land. That is given in this table. Then second method is by using empirical formulas. Empirical formulas that are used for determining the flood peak discharge, determined by using the empirical formulas. So these empirical formulas are used for determination of the flood peak. So these are the empirical formulas which are used for determining the flood peak. These formulas which are based on the statistical correlation of the observed peak and the catchment properties of the catchment area. Depending upon that, these empirical formulas are which are derived. In this empirical formulas, there are different types of formulas are there by using which the peak discharge is calculated. So what is the flood peak area relationship? The relationship between the area and peak discharge. So this maximum flood discharge from a catchment area, that is determined by using this formula. QP is equal to function of catchment area, function of A, depends upon the catchment area. The discharge, flood peak or peak discharge, that related to area, catchment area. Therefore, QP is a function of area, is a function of catchment area. So therefore, the equation is QP. QP is peak discharge. A is the capital A is the catchment area. Therefore, QP is equal to F of A. Peak discharge is a function of catchment area. This is the relationship between the peak discharge and catchment area. Both these are related. There are various formulas that are invented by various researchers. Various researchers who have invented these formulas for determining the peak discharge. So few formulas are there that are used in various parts of India. In our India, some of the empirical formulas that are used for determining the peak discharge. In that, the first formula that is used in our India, that is Dickens formula. The name of this empirical formula is Dickens formula. So this was invented, this equation of measuring the maximum flood discharge, that is invented by researcher Dickens in the year 1865. तर कधी इन्व्हेंट केलेलं आहे? In the year 1865. So the popularly this empirical formula is known as Dickens formula. So what is the equation? What is the empirical formula? QP is equal to CD into A raised to 3 by 4. This is the Dickens empirical formula for measuring the maximum flood discharge. Flood discharge करण्यासाठी हा फॉर्म्युला आहे. तर यामध्ये QP म्हणजे काय? Maximum flood discharge. QP is the maximum flood discharge. QP, maximum flood discharge, which is measured in meter cube per second. A is the catchment area in kilometer square. Catchment area is measured in kilometer square. And constant which is applied, that is CD. CD is the Dickens constant. CD is the Dickens constant having value in between 6 to 30. And Dickens constant कितने घेतले जाते? 6 to 30, in between that. This CD value that is taken from the various regions, from the catchment areas. In this table it is given for the values of CD for different regions. The first, North Indian plains in northern region of our India. In the northern regions, northern Indian plains. So the value of CD is taken as 6. Value of CD is 6. In North Indian hilly region, towards northern region, northern side, north of our India, towards the Himalayan regions, where hilly areas are there, hilly regions are there, mountains are there. In that region, the value of CD is taken as 11 to 14. In between that, the value of CD is taken. And central India, at the middle of our country, central India, the value of CD is taken as 14 to 28. And fourth one is coastal areas, coastal Andhra and Orissa, towards the coastal side. So this area, coastal area, which is comes in the region in the state of Andhra Pradesh and Orissa state. So in that coastal area, the value of CD is taken as in between 22 to 28. These are the different values of CD, Dickens constant. So this value is taken from this table and it is kept in this formula, Dickens formula. The area, catchment area is kept in kilometer square. By multiplying the CD and catchment area, we get the maximum flood discharge. Maximum flood discharge. This is the Dickens formula for measuring the maximum flood discharge. This is the empirical formula. Similar Dickens formula. This is the equation. QP is equal to CD into A raised to 3 by 4. CD ची value या equation में ठेवली जाते. CD that is taken from this table for different types of areas, different regions. The value of CD is obtained from this table. And area, catchment area, how much the catchment area is there. That catchment for the particular catchment area, that is determined. And from this equation we get the maximum flood discharge in meter cube per second. Okay. So generally this Dickens formula is in the central and northern parts of the country. In the central and northern parts, northern states. In that northern states, this Deccan formula is used. In central part, the different states that comes in the central part like Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Maharashtra. Northern region that includes uh, Himachal Pradesh, hmm, Punjab. Hmm. So these states comes under this northern regions. So this is the Dickens formula that is generally used in the central and northern parts of our country. Then second formula, empirical formula, that is known as Rice formula, that is invented after Dickens formula. So Dickens formula, it was invented in the year 1865. After 1865, the Rives, who is the researcher who invented this formula, the name of the formula is Rice formula. This was invented in the year 1884. 1884 मध्ये हे इन्व्हेंट केलेलं आहे. The formula is QP is equal to CR into A raised to 2/3. यामध्ये दोन्हीमध्ये काय डिफरन्स आहे? दोन्हीमध्ये काय डिफरन्स आहे? डिकन्स फॉर्म्युलामध्ये सीडी घेतलेले आहे, डिकन्स कॉन्स्टंट घेतलेले आहे आणि राईस फॉर्म्युलामध्ये सीआर घेतलेले आहे. राईस कॉन्स्टंट, राईस कोएफिशिएंट. सीआर म्हणजे काय? राईस कोएफिशिएंट और राईस कॉन्स्टंट. ए रेस टू 2/3 घेतलेले आहे आणि डिकन्स फॉर्म्युलामध्ये ए रेस टू 3/4 घेतले आहे. त्यामुळे 3/4 आहे, त्यामुळे 2/3 आहे. या दोन्ही मधला डिफरन्स आहे, दोन इक्वेशन मध्ये डिफरन्स आहे. So QP is the maximum discharge which is measured in meter cube per second. A is the catchment area in kilometer square. CR is the rise coefficient or rise constant. So this formula, this was originally developed for the Tamil Nadu region, for southern areas, southern states, that includes Tamil Nadu region, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh state. For these states, this formula which was developed for these states, for southern states, this formula that was developed by this Rives in the year 1884. For this, for determining this maximum flood discharge, the values of CR that are recommended by these Rives, as you have seen, there are different values of CDs, Dickens constants, for different types of different regions that we have seen. For rise coefficient, there are different values are there. CR is equal to 6.8 for areas within 80 km from the east coast. CR ची व्हॅल्यू किती घेतली जाते? 6.8 for the areas which are within 80 km from the east coast. East coast पासून 80 किलोमीटरच्या आतमध्ये जे एरियाज आहेत. For that areas, the value of CR is taken as 6.8 from east coast. And value of CR is having 8.5 for areas which are 80 to 160 kilometer from the east coast पासून 80 to 160 kilometer. Under that, the value of CR is taken as 8.5, and for limited areas near hills, the value of CR is taken at 10.2. Near the hills, the value of CR is taken at 10.2. So these values are kept in this equation, and equation of this Rice formula, and it is multiplied with the catchment area to get the maximum flood discharge. So this is the Rice formula. Like I mentioned, Rice formula. QP is equal to CR into A raised to 2 by 3. This is the Rice formula. Then English formula. So after Dickens formula and Rice formula, another empirical formula that was invented by a researcher. That formula is known as English formula. This was invented in the year 1930. So this formula that is based on the flood data of the catchment area. From the flood data, the hydrograph that was which is plotted for a particular catchment area. From the data that is obtained from that catchment area, based on that, this English formula that is used, so that is generally used in the region in the Western Ghats of Maharashtra, in the Western Ghats of Maharashtra state. So for this Western Ghats, Western areas of Maharashtra state, Western Ghats. For that Western Ghats, this English formula is used. So what is the formula? Flood peak QP is equal to 124 into A divided by root of A plus 10.4. त्यामध्ये A is the catchment area. त्यामध्ये काय कॉन्स्टंट यूज केलेलं नाहीये, जसं डिकन्स कॉन्स्टंट मध्ये डिकन्स एरियामध्ये डिकन्स फॉर्म्युला मध्ये डिकन्स कॉन्स्टंट यूज केलेलं होतं CD, आणि राईस फॉर्म्युला मध्ये राईस कोएफिशिएंट यूज केलं होतं CR. त्यामध्ये कोएफिशिएंट नाही, डायरेक्टली फॅक्टर दिलेला आहे 124 into A divided by root of A plus 10.4. So that A is the capital A is the catchment area in kilometer square. So other formulas, this is the English formula. Other formulas, other empirical formulas which are developed in various parts of the world, all over the world, these empirical formulas that are developed by various researchers. In that, another empirical formula for determining the peak discharge that is invented by Fullers. The researcher name is Fullers. The name given to this empirical formula is Fuller's formula. This was invented in the year 1914. This Fuller's formula that is derived for catchments in the USA. The Fuller's formula is QTP, Q suffix TP, that is equal to CF into A raised to 0.8 into bracket 1 plus 0.8 log of T. This is the equation of Fuller's empirical formula. यामध्ये QTP म्हणजे काय? Maximum 24-hour flood with frequency of T years in meter cube per second. So QTP is the maximum 24-hour flood with frequency of T years in meter cube per second. So A is the catchment area in kilometer square and CF is the CF का है constant with values between 0.18 to 1.8. CF is the Fuller's constant. CF जसं डिकन्स फॉर्म्युला मध्ये डिकन्स कॉन्स्टंट पाहिलंय तसं Fuller's फॉर्म्युला मध्ये हा कॉन्स्टंट दिलेला आहे. Fuller's constant CF, a constant with values in between 0.18 to 1.88. By putting the values of CF, area, catchment area, and value of T, number of years, the maximum discharge is calculated. QTP. त्याला काय म्हणायचं? Fuller's empirical formula. समजलं? These are the various empirical formulas. पहिल्यांदा आपण काय पाहिलंय? Dickens formula, then Dickens formula and Rice formula, English formula, and fourth one is Fuller's formula. प्रत्येक फॉर्म्युला empirical formula difference है. Constants are different. So in the common in this empirical formula is area, catchment area, but constants are different. There are different constants are there. Okay, so these are the empirical formulas by using which the maximum flood discharge is estimated. This is the second method. Second method काय? By using empirical formulas. समजलं इथपर्यंत यामध्ये काय प्रॉब्लेम आहे का? Please ask. Any difficulty? समजलं नसेल तर विचारा. You can unmute yourself or you can ask in chat box. And third method is unit hydrograph method. In the second unit, runoff and rainfall relationship, त्यामध्ये आपण हे unit hydrograph method आपण पाहिलंय. The graph which is plotted in between the discharge and time. The unit hydrograph technique. So that this unit hydrograph method that is used for determining the maximum flood discharge, peak floods. So unit hydrograph method that was studied in the previous unit. So that method that is used for determining the extreme floods, maximum discharge. Then fourth method is flood frequency studies. Flood frequency study. So what is the flood frequency study? So what is the flood frequency? So the floods in the catchment that depends upon the characteristics of the catchment, the rainfall, intensity of rainfall. The different factors are there. So depending upon the catchment area, depending upon the rainfall intensity, so the flood frequency may be different. So this flood peak that is estimated depending upon the rainfall intensity, catchment area, characteristics of the catchment, and other factors, other parameters related to this flood. So other than this empirical formulas, rational method, unit hydrograph method. So this is the another method which is based on the hydrologic process such as rainfall. It depends upon the rainfall intensity and the flood frequency characteristics of the catchment. So this is one of the statistical method of frequency analysis. So this is different than the rational method, empirical formulas, and unit hydrograph method. This is one of the statistical method of frequency analysis. So this flood frequency study, so that will be based on hydrologic process. In this, the values of the annual maximum flood from the given catchment area for large number of successive years. So that is called as annual series. So this values of the annual maximum flood for a given catchment area. So that data is obtained and that data is arranged in decreasing order of magnitude, and the probability of each event that is being equaled or exceeded, that magnitude and the probability p that is determined by this equation that is calculated by plotting position formula. That formula is given here. P is equal to m by n plus 1. By using this formula, the value of probability P is calculated. P is equal to m by n plus 1. यामध्ये P काय आहे? M is the order number of event. N is the total number of events in the data. So P, value of probability P is the probability. That is the ratio of m by n plus 1. P काय probability. M is the order number of event. N is the total number of events in the data. Then recurrence interval T, capital T, that is calculated from this formula. T is equal to 1 by P. So this recurrence interval, that is also called as return period or frequency. So this frequency is determined from this equation. T is equal to 1 by P. So this relationship between the T and probability P of occurrence of various events is same. So for example, is the probability of occurrence of the event R times in N, then in N successive years, that probability is given by this equation. P PRN, that is equal to N CR C P raised to R Q raised to NS, that is equal to N by N minus R into R into P raised to R into Q raised to N minus R. Q is equal to 1 minus T. By using this equation, the value of probability of occurrence is determined. This table shows the calculation of the frequency T. In first column, order number is given. For the length of record is having 50 years, up to 50 years. This flood frequency is shown in this table. Order number, that is M 1 to 50. For order number 1, the flood magnitude is having 160 meter cube per second, and value of T in years is given. T in years, that is calculated by this 51 by M. For order number 1, value of flood magnitude is having 160 meter cube per second, and T, value of T frequency is having 51. So up to 50 years, there is number of flood magnitudes are shown in this second column, and T in years frequency is shown here in third column. Then in frequency analysis of the floods, the last column that shows the return paid, capital T for of various flood magnitude Q, corresponding to that flood magnitude is return paid is shown in this third column. And the plot between Q and time frequency T that yields the probability distribution. For small return rates or where there is a limited extrapolation is required, in that case a simple best fitting curve through plotted points that can be used as the probability distribution. Then a logarithmic scale for T is often advantageous. And when there is a larger extrapolations of T are involved, in that case, theoretical probability distributions that have to be used. By knowing these values of T, the flood discharge is calculated. Then another equation given by Chow in 1951 that has shown that most frequency distribution functions applicable in hydrologic study that can be expressed by the by this equation that is known as the general equation of analysis. Like what's the general equation of analysis that is given by this equation? Xt is equal to x bar plus k into sigma. Xt is equal to क्या है? X bar plus k into sigma. त्यामध्ये xt value क्या है? xt is the value of variate x of random hydrologic series with return period of t. Then x bar is the mean of the variate. Sigma is the standard deviation of the variate. K is the frequency factor which depends upon the return period t and the assumed frequency distribution. K is the frequency factor. Sigma is the standard deviation. X bar is the mean of the variate. Samalit Paran, any difficulty in this? Please ask. This is the flood frequency study. From the flood frequency study, the flood discharge is calculated. That is shown in this table. Calculation of the T frequency is 11 for order number 1 for first year. The value of flood magnitude is having 160 and frequency T in years is shown 51. In this way, for number of years, the flood discharge is determined and its frequency, flood frequency, that is determined. In this way, the frequency analysis is done. Any difficulty in this, please ask. Any difficulty, please ask. In that, in this floods method of determination of the flood discharge, maximum flood discharge, that includes the various methods. पहिल्यांदा आपण काय पाहिलंय? Rational method. Okay. Second one is empirical formulas. Third one is by unit hydrograph method. Fourth one is flood frequency studies. These are the four methods of estimating the magnitude of flood peak. By using these methods, we determine the maximum flood discharge in meter cube per second. यामध्ये काय प्रॉब्लेम आहे का? Please ask. Any difficulty? समजलं नसेल तर विचारा. Any difficulty in this? Okay. This is the second part that you have studied. Second part मध्ये काय येते? Flood, the methods of determining the flood discharge. First part मध्ये आपण पाहिलंय stream gauging. The various methods of stream gauging. So stream gauge is related to, it is also related to measuring the discharge, maximum discharge. In the floods, we have seen the different methods of measuring the flood discharge. It is related to determining the flood discharge. Any difficulty in this, please ask. Okay. And in this method, that includes the rational method, empirical formulas, unit hydrograph method, and the flood frequency studies. By using these methods, the maximum flood discharge is determined. त्यामध्ये काय प्रॉब्लेम आहे का? समजलं नसेल तर विचारा. Any difficulty in this? Okay. Now we are going to see some numerical based on finding this discharge, maximum discharge. We'll see the numerical based on this stream gauging and the flood discharge. Screen दिसते का? Everyone see this example. Write down this example. Example 1. Screen दिसते सर्वांना? The first problem is related to finding the discharge in the stream. Okay. See this problem. So what is given? Example 1. Data pertaining to a stream gauging operation at gauging site. Stream gauging मध्ये आपण पाहिले. So there are different factors are there for selection of the gauging site. So gauging site म्हणजे काय आपण पाहिलंय? The gauging site where the discharge is measured, the various parameters related to that gauging site that are observed. The area is calculated, area of the cross section, velocity of flow by different methods, the depth of flow that is determined for that gauging site. जिथे आपण डिस्चार्ज मेजर करतो ती साइट त्या साइटला काय म्हणायचं गेजिंग साइट वेअर द मेजरमेंट ऑफ स्ट्रीम फ्लो इज डन त्या साइटला काय म्हणायचं गेजिंग साइट. So data regarding this gauging site that is obtained by stream gauging operation. त्यामुळे आपण stream gauging मध्ये पाहिले how depth is measured by using sounding rods. Then velocity is measured by using current meters or floats, current meter method, or by using floats. Velocity is determined. Then area is determined, area of cross section. For that gauging site is marked with the permanent survey markings. Then length of that reach, length of that stream, width is determined. त्यामध्ये आपण वेगवेगळे मेथड्स आपण पाहिले एरिया वेलोसिटी मेथड, डायरेक्ट मेथड आणि इनडायरेक्ट मेथड that you have seen. Area velocity method. So this is example based on that area velocity method. The rating equation given here again example, the data pertaining to stream gauging operation at a gauging site. That data, this data is obtained, that is given in this table. यामध्ये काय दिलेलं आहे? Distance from the left water edge. Left water edge पासून चं distance दिलेलं आहे. Okay. That is given in meters. 0, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. The distance from the left edge is shown. यामध्ये दिले आपण एरिया वेलोसिटी मेथड मध्ये. The distance from left edge is given. The depth of flow is given. 0, 1.1. Yeah, 0. At the left edge, at the bank of the river, the depth is 0. Depth काय असते 0. इथे distance सुद्धा 0 असेल. 0 जर distance असेल, तर depth सुद्धा काय असेल 0. As the depth increases, as the distance increases from the left edge, the depth will increase. At 1 meter, the depth is 1.1. 3 meter depth is increased to at 5 meter depth is 2.5. At 7 meter the depth is decreased 2.5 होतं इथं 2 झालं परत पुढे कमी झालंय 1.7 at 9 the 1.7 इथे 1 ला 1.1 आहे 3 ला 2 आहे 5 ला 2.5 होते जास्त आहे मध्ये middle of the stream. Then at the 7 meter it is having 2.0, at the 9 meter 1.7, again it decrease. At the 11 it is 1, at 12 it is 0. Stream कसा आहे याप्रमाणे the left edge ते 0 आहे कशी so this is a river or stream. इथे सुद्धा is a left of the stream इथे 0 आहे value of this distance is 0 परत पुढे 1 meter ला इथे depth वाढलेली आहे at 1 meter नंतर next at 3 meter the depth is 2 1 ला 1 आहे 3 meter ला 2 आहे आणि 5 meter ला एकदम मध्ये 5 meter म्हणजे इथे center ला middle of the stream the depth is 2.5 depth is 2.5 पर 7 meter ला इथे depth कमी झालेली आहे depth is 2 at 7 meter at 9 meter again it is decreased 9 the value is 1.7 okay at the 11 meter that the value of depth is 1 and या point ला शेवटी 12 ला at 12 meter distance the value of depth is 0. So this is a cross section of this river or stream for which distances it is divided into number of sections जे verticals मध्ये divide केलेले आहे. This cross section area is divided into number of verticals sections in the various section it is divided. समजलं क्रॉस सेक्शन समजलं का जे आपण एरिया वेलोसिटी मेथड मध्ये पाहिलं it is divided into number of verticals. The revolutions of a current meter kept at 0.6 meter depth revolutions current meter use केलेले velocity measure करण्यासाठी so that revolutions are given for corresponding to that distances and depths are given 0 339 58 112 90 45 30 0 so दोन्ही end ला at left and right end the value of this revolutions is 0 प्रत्येक डिस्टन्सेस मध्ये करंट मीटर प्लेस केलेले आहे त्या ठिकाणची revolutions that are measured then durations of observations it is shown 0 at two ends 0 दोन्ही साइड ला 0 आहे at 1 meter is having 100 at 3 meter is having 100 at 5 meter it is having 150 7 meter is having 150 9 meter is having 100 11 meter is having 100 the duration of observation then from this data we have to determine the discharge काय दिलेलं आहे the rating equation of the current meter is the velocity equation that is given v is equal to 0.51 into ns plus v is equal to 0.51 into ns plus 0.03 meter per second. त्यामध्ये ns म्हणजे काय revolutions per second. This is the revolutions per second. दिले पाहिजे ns value of ns revolution per second. समजा लिहून घेतलं सगळ्यांनी एक्झाम्पल लिहून घेतलं सगळ्यांनी सर्वांनी लिहून घ्या then the average width is calculated by for first and last sections average width W bar is equal to 1 plus there are two sections are there therefore 1 plus 2 by 2 raised to 2 divided by 2 into 1 from that we get the average width is equal to 1 plus 2 by 2 raised to 2 divided by 2 into 1 हा रेशो सॉल्व केल्यावर किती येईल व्हॅल्यू ऑफ एव्हरेज विड्थ 2 मीटर व्हॅल्यू ऑफ एव्हरेज विड्थ इज 2 मीटर ओके सर्वांनी कॅल्क्युलेट करा व्हॅल्यू ऑफ एव्हरेज विड्थ then for the rest of the segments for number of sections the value of w bar is taken as 2 by 2 plus 2 by 2 okay so average width is calculated for rest of the segments so w bar चा काय फॉर्म्युला W bar is calculated as W bar चा काय फॉर्म्युला सर्वांनी लिहून घ्या W bar is equal to or for first and last section W1 bar that is calculated by W1 plus W2 by 2 W2 by 2 whole bracket raised to 2 divided by काय the value of 2 into W1 a formula W in the width of first section W1 plus W2 is width of second section W2 by 2 is a square है W1 bar ये क्या है 1 का है W1 2 का है W2 divided by ये 2 का है 2 into 1 is the W1 this okay the formula है for the rest of the segments the ratio same formula is used from that we get for the rest of the segment the width is 2 meter इथे 2 मीटर आलेली आहे width इथे दाखवले पहा at 1 meter W1 is 1 meter then at 2 meter W2 is 2 is taken from this ratio we get the average width is 2 meter for first and last section. हे कशासाठी आहे? For first and last section. For the rest of the segments, the value of this average width is 2 by 2 plus 2 by 2 is equal to 2 meter. Okay. Then velocity is measured at 0.6 meter depth, and that measured velocity is the average velocity at that vertical p bar. The velocity is measured by using this equation. V is equal to 0.51 into ns plus 0.03 is the average velocity. Okay. समजलं इथपर्यंत? In this way, average width is calculated. The average width of all the sections जे आता आपण काढले ते या टॅब्युलर फॉर्म मध्ये सगळे लिहून घ्यायचे. कॅल्क्युलेशन ऑफ द डिस्चार्ज बाय मिड सेक्शन मेथड, याला काय म्हणतात? मिड सेक्शन मेथड, एव्हरेज वेलोसिटी मेथड. त्यामध्ये फर्स्ट कॉलम इथे, फर्स्ट कॉलम मध्ये काय घ्यायचं आहे? डिस्टन्स फ्रॉम लेफ्ट वॉटर एज. डिस्टन्स जे आपण टेबल मध्ये दिलं होतं ते घ्यायचं आहे. 0, 1, त्यानंतर 3 आहे, 5 आहे, 7 आहे, 9 आहे, 11 आहे, अप टू 12 मीटर. टोटल विड्थ ऑफ दॅट रिव्हर और स्ट्रीम किती आहे? 12 मीटर. लेफ्ट एंड पासून ते राईट एंड पासून. लेफ्ट एंडला 0 आहे, राईट एंडला अप टू राईट एंड द डिस्टन्स इज 12 मीटर. डिस्टन्स फ्रॉम लेफ्ट एज या कॉलम मध्ये लिहून घ्यायचं. त्यानंतर एव्हरेज विड्थ जे आता आपण काढलंय, W bar is equal to W1 plus W2 by 2 raised to 2 divided by 2 into W1. ते लिहून घ्यायचं. लेफ्ट एजला विड्थ हे 0 असणार आहे आणि लास्ट एजला सुद्धा विड्थ काय आहे? 0 आहे. and middle of this section the widths are 2 meter. width is having 2 meter. ते आपण आता काढलेलं आहे. एव्हरेज विड्थ घ्यायचं आहे. ओके. एव्हरेज विड्थ सेकंड कॉलम मध्ये एव्हरेज विड्थ घ्यायचं आहे. ओके. लिहिले सर्वांनी? सर्वांनी लिहून घेताय ना? एनीवन? कुंडुबेरी, जाधव, गोसावी, राऊत, सुडके. एनीवन? सर्वांनी लिहून घेतले? प्लीज रिप्लाय. टेब्युलर फॉर्म मध्ये हे लिहून घ्यायचं आहे. डिस्टन्सेस अँड एव्हरेज विड्थ. लिहून घेतले सर्वांनी? गायकवाड, भोसले, भागवत.
येस सर.
लिहून घेतले? माळी, तुळे, मुलाणी. Anyone? Please reply. Makandar. Raut. Calculate केले का value? Average width, distance from the edge. Then depth. Third column मध्ये depth घ्यायचं आहे. Third column is depth. जे टेबल मध्ये दिलेले depth corresponding to that distances. 1 मीटरला 0 मीटरला 0 मीटर डेप्थ आहे. 1 मीटरला 1.1 आहे. 3 मीटरला 2 आहे. 5 मीटरला 2.5 आहे. 7 मीटरला 2 आहे. 9 मीटरला 1.7 आहे. 11 मीटरला 1 आहे. 12 मीटरला 0 आहे. The depth are noted in this. The revolutions. Revolutions काढायचे आहेत. Revolutions per second. Revolutions सुद्धा दिलेले आहेत. Revolutions per second. Okay. Revolution per second काढायचं आहे. ते 39 आहे. 1.1 मीटरला 39 divided by 100 काय येईल? डिवाइड करायचं. Revolution divided by second. The duration. तर 39 divided by हे दोन्ही रेशो डिवाइड करायचं आहे बघा. 39 divided by 100, 50 divided by 100, 112 divided by 150, 90 by 150, 45 by 100, 30 by 100. Then we get these values of this revolutions per second. Okay, revolutions per second काढायचं आहे. तर काय येईल? 0.39 and 0.58, 0.747, 0.6, 0.45, 0.30. तो मतलब 39 by 100, 0.39, 30 by 100, 0.30. In this way, this number of revolutions are calculated. Revolutions per second. त्यानंतर velocity काढायचं आहे. Velocity bar, V bar. The velocity is determined. For this, you have to use this equation. Equation लिहून घ्या. इनेस काढल्यानंतर हा इक्वेशन आहे. V काढण्याचा V bar. V is equal to 0.51 ns plus 0.03. ns जे आता आपण काढले ते याला या इक्वेशन मध्ये ठेवायचं आहे. 0.51 into ns plus 0.03. ns ची व्हॅल्यू ठेवल्यानंतर आपल्याला काय मिळेल? V. तर प्रत्येक डिस्टन्सेस साठी corresponding to that distances, the velocity is computed for different distances that is shown in this table. तर काय इक्वेशन? 0.51 0.51 multiply by this 0.39. 0.51 multiply by 0.39 plus 0.03 केल्यावर काय येईल? 0.2289. नंतर नेक्स्ट इक्वेशन 0.51 multiply by 0.58 plus 0.03. हे दोन्ही ऍड करायचे आहे. V काढायचं. नंतर नेक्स्ट 0.411, 0.33. In this way we get these values 0.25, 0.18. प्रत्येक डिस्टन्सेसला हे वेलोसिटीज काढायचे. वेलोसिटी काढल्यानंतर आपल्याला काढता येईल नेक्स्ट स्टेप डिस्चार्ज, सिगमेंटल डिस्चार्ज corresponding to that distances. डेल्टा क्यू आय विच इज मेजर्ड इन मीटर क्यूब पर सेकंद. वेलोसिटी कशामध्ये येईल? मीटर पर सेकंद. ऍव्हरेज विड्थ आपण कशामध्ये काढलाय? मीटर. डेप्थ इज कॅल्क्युलेटेड इन मीटर. तर डिस्चार्ज कशामध्ये येईल आपल्याला? मीटर क्यूब पर सेकंद. तर डिस्चार्ज कसं काढायचं? डिस्चार्ज डेल्टा क्यू आय डिस्चार्ज डिस्चार्ज काढणे डेल्टा क्यू आय काढायचा आहे. त्यासाठी काय फॉर्म्युला? डेल्टा क्यू आय इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा क्यू आय इज इक्वल टू काय? फॉर्म्युला काय? एरिया इंटू वेलोसिटी आहे. ओके. एरिया काय? ज्यात आपण डेल्टा ए इंटू व्ही बार वेलोसिटी करस्पॉन्डिंग टू दॅट. मी डेल्टा क्यू आय म्हणजे काय? एरिया इंटू वेलोसिटी. एरिया कसं काढायचं? एरिया इंटू डेप्थ, एव्हरेज विड्थ इंटू डेप्थ, 2 मल्टिप्लाय बाय 1.1 एरिया येईल. या फॉर्म्युलामध्ये ठेवायचं आहे. मल्टिप्लाय बाय वेलोसिटी इथे तिन्ही केल्यावर काय आपल्याला मिळेल? 0.5036. कॅल्क्युलेट करा सगळ्यांनी. कॅल्क्युलेट करा. आले व्हॅल्यू बरोबर? फर्स्ट कॉलम, सेकंड कॉलम, थर्ड कॉलम, फर्स्ट, सेकंड, थर्ड, फोर्थ, फिफ्थ. काय काय डेल्टा क्यू आय काढण्यासाठी काय मल्टिप्लाय करायचं आहे? एरिया. हा फॉर्म्युला इथे दिला पहा. डेल्टा क्यू आय इज इक्वल टू डेल्टा ए. डेल्टा ए म्हणजे काय? एरिया at that distance, at that points, at that location. The delta A is the equal to average width multiplied by depth, 2 into 1.1. Column 2 multiplied by 3 kyle delta A area, and velocity is a column है 5, fifth column. The area multiplied by V, area into velocity म्हणजे काय? Discharge. Second column multiplied by third column multiplied by fifth column. We get the discharge in sixth column. So area into velocity. This is next at third 3 meter distance. 2 multiplied by 2 by 0.3258. We get 1.30. Then 2 multiplied by 2.5 multiplied by 0.411. We get 2.0549. Okay. Then 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 0.336. We get the segmental discharge 1.344. Then at 9 meter distance, the area multiplied by velocity 2 into 1.7 into 0.2595. By multiplying this, we get 0.8823. Then at 11 meter distance, we get 2 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 0.183. From this, we get the value of segmental discharges for that section 0.366. And last one at 12 meter, it is having 0. Area is 0, width is 0, depth is 0. So area is 0 and velocity is also 0. Therefore, at the last age, the discharge is 0. At first age is also 0. At last age, the value of discharge is 0. आले सगळ्यांचं? सर्वांनी कॅल्क्युलेट केलंय? डिस्चार्ज बरोबर आहे? समजलं का इथपर्यंत? एनी डिफिकल्टी? प्लीज आस्क. समजलं नसेल तर विचारा. स्टेप समजली का? एनी डिफिकल्टी? समजलं का इथपर्यंत? आले का सगळ्यांचे व्हॅल्यू? आता डिस्चार्ज इन द स्ट्रीम काढायचं. डिस्चार्ज in the stream through that flow channel. How to calculate that? So discharge is equal to काय? Stream discharge म्हणजे काय? Q is the summation of all the discharges. Summation of all delta QI. Summation of all the discharges. सगळे ऍड करायचे, समेशन करायचे. Summation of all these segmental discharges. Add this all 0.5 plus 1.3 plus 2.05 plus 1.34 plus 0.88 plus 0.366. Addition of all these, we get the discharge, total discharge in the stream. That we get, by addition of this, we get the value of this stream discharge is 6.454 meter cube per second. In this way, the discharge is measured. समजलं का? Any difficulty in this? Please ask. आलाय का सगळ्यांचं व्हॅल्यू? लिहून घ्या हे व्हॅल्यूज. फॉर्म्युला लिहून घ्या. Q is equal to summation of delta QI. समजलं का प्रॉब्लेम? Any difficulty in this?
No, sir.
Okay. The next problem. लिहून घ्या प्रॉब्लेम. सेकंड प्रॉब्लेम. लिहून घ्या example which is based on the rational method. floods, determining the maximum flood discharge. त्यामुळे आपण रॅशनल मेथड पाहिलंय. Kirpich equation for determining the time of concentration. So काय example, an urban catchment area is having 85 hectares. The slope of the catchment is having 0.006. Catchment area दिलेला आहे 85 hectares. Slope of the catchment is having 0.006. And the maximum length of the travel of the water, length of travel क्या है? Flow of the water, maximum length of the travel of the water is 950 meter. Maximum depth of rainfall with a 25-year return period. Maximum depth of rainfall for 25 years. It is given return period for 25-year return period. Duration that is given in this table. Depth of rainfall corresponding to that duration for 5 minutes is having 17 mm depth of rainfall. For 10 after 10 minutes depth of rainfall is 26. After 20 minutes the depth of rainfall is 40. At 30 minutes depth of rainfall is 50. At 40 minute duration depth of rainfall is 57. And 60-minute duration the depth of rainfall is 62. So these are the values of maximum depth of rainfall. And if a culvert for a drainage at outlet of this area is to be designed for a return period of 25 years, the culvert design करायचे आहे. Culvert for drainage at the outlet of this area, that is to be designed. Culvert design करायचे आहे for return period of 25 years. For designing this culvert, so we have to estimate the peak flow rate. The peak flow rate काढायचं आहे. Maximum discharge, flood discharge काढायचं आहे. Estimate the required peak flow rate by assuming the runoff coefficient is 0.3. Runoff coefficient किती आहे? 0.3. Okay. Then these are the given values. So from the Kirpich equation, the formula क्या है? The formula you have to remember. The formula is QP is equal to 1 by 3.6. Formula 1 by 3.6 into C into I into A. त्यामुळे QP म्हणजे काय? Peak discharge. C is the coefficient of runoff. I suffix TCP, that is the mean intensity of precipitation in mm per hour for duration equal to TC and an exceedance probability P. And A is the drainage area or catchment area in kilometer square. हाँ इक्वेशन है. And the Kirpich equation क्या है? Kirpich equation is TC is equal to 0.01947 into L raised to 0.77 into S raised to 0.385. यामुळे TC म्हणजे काय? Time of concentration in minutes. Here is the maximum length of travel of water in meter. Then S is the slope of the catchment. that is delta H by L, and delta H is the difference in elevation between most remote point on the catchment and the outlet. The time of concentration करण्यासाठी हा इक्वेशन यूज करायचा, किरपिच इक्वेशन. ओके, तर यामध्ये आपल्याला दिलेले आहे टाइम ऑफ कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन बाय किरपिच फॉर्म्युला. किरपिच फॉर्म्युला काय, 0.1947 into L raised to 0.77. 0.0 हा फॉर्म्युला आहे, 0.1947 into L. L is the length of travel, इथे raised to काय 0.77 into काय S raised to 0.385. यस आहे. स्लोप दिलेला आहे, स्लोप प्रॉब्लेम दिले यस काय यस 0.006 रेस टू काय 0.385. कॅल्क्युलेट करा किती आहे ते व्हॅल्यू पहा. इज अ टाइम ऑफ कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन बाय किरपिच फॉर्म्युला, किरपिच इक्वेशन 0.1947 into L raised to 0.77 into S raised to 0.385. L ची व्हॅल्यू ठेवायचं 950, S ची व्हॅल्यू आहे 0.006. L ची व्हॅल्यू इथे दिली पहा. लेंथ ऑफ ट्रॅव्हल किती आहे, लेंथ ऑफ ट्रॅव्हल मॅक्सिमम लेंथ ऑफ ट्रॅव्हल इज 950 मीटर. स्लोप ऑफ द कॅचमेंट यस 0.006 तिथे ठेवायचं यामध्ये. टाइम ऑफ कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन किती येईल, कॅल्क्युलेट दिस. एनीवन प्लीज रिप्लाय. आली का व्हॅल्यू, टाइम ऑफ कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन ची व्हॅल्यू 27.4 मिनिट्स आल्या सर्वांचा. So therefore TC is, time of concentration is 27.4 minute. तर कशामध्ये आहे व्हॅल्यू मिनिट्स मध्ये. ओके, आलाय का सर्वांचा व्हॅल्यू. नेक्स्ट, मॅक्सिमम डेप्थ ऑफ रेनफॉल फॉर 27.4 मिनिट ड्युरेशन. ड्युरेशन काय आहे 27.4 मीटरला. मॅक्सिमम डेप्थ काढायचं आहे, मॅक्सिमम डेप्थ ऑफ रेनफॉल फ्रॉम द टेबल 27.4. दोन्ही इंटरपोलेशन करायचं आहे. 27.4 कुठे येते, इन बिटवीन 20 and 30 इथे काढायचं 27.4. तर दोन्हीच्या मध्ये 20 and 30 ड्युरेशन काय 27.4 मीटर ते दिले, मिनिट मध्ये दिलेलं आहे. त्या 40 आणि 50 च्या मध्ये येते. ओके, इन बिटवीन दॅट इंटरपोलेशन करायचं. ओके, 20, 30 आणि 40, 50. तर डेप्थ ऑफ रेनफॉल काढायचं आहे 40 आणि 50 च्या मध्ये येईल 27.4 मीटरला. तर डेप्थ ऑफ रेनफॉल आपल्याला काढायचं इंटरपोलेशन करून 20, 30 आणि 40 आणि 50 च्या मध्ये. ओके, इंटरपोलेशन केल्यानंतर काय येईल, बघा 50 minus 40, 50 मधून 40 मायनस केल्या डिवायडेड बाय 10. दोन्ही मध्ये डिफरन्स काय 50 minus 40 10 into 7.4. 27.4 minus 20 केल्यावर काय 7.4 minus त्यामुळे काय मायनस करायचं आहे 40. From that interpolation we get the value of maximum depth of rainfall किती येईल interpolation केल्यानंतर 47.4 mm. That is the value of maximum depth. Interpolation करून by interpolation we have calculated this value. Then I काढायचा mean intensity of precipitation mm per hour. I suffix TCP. The depth divided by the duration TC. Okay, maximum depth divided by mm per hour मध्ये काढायचं आहे. The maximum depth of rainfall at time of concentration 27.4. दोन्हीचा रेशो घ्यायचा आहे. Intensity of rainfall 47.4 divided by 27.4 into 60 minute. Hours मध्ये काढायचं mm per hours 60 minute ने ते मल्टिप्लाय करायचं आहे. 47.4 divided by TC 27.4 हे डिवाइड करायचं आहे. मल्टिप्लाय बाय 60 minute 1 hour per hour ला काढायचं आहे. मग किती येते व्हॅल्यू 103.8 mm per hour. ओके आले सगळ्यांचं. एव्हरेज इंटेन्सिटी आले I suffix TCP. एव्हरेज इंटेन्सिटी आली सर्वांची. ओके नेक्स्ट पीक डिस्चार्ज काढायचा आहे. कॅल्क्युलेट पीक डिस्चार्ज. काय फॉर्म्युला दिले पहा QP is equal to 1 by 3.6 into C. 1 by 3.6 into C into I into A. Okay. Formula लिहून घ्या 1 by 3.6 into C into I suffix TCP into A. लिहून घेतले. Next, calculate the peak discharge. 1 by 3.6 into C. Runoff coefficient C म्हणजे काय runoff coefficient 0.3 इथे दिलेले आहे. ओके runoff coefficient 0.3 C ची व्हॅल्यू दिलेली आहे 0.3. Then C is 0.3 दिलेला आहे runoff coefficient. ओके then ITCP हे I ची व्हॅल्यू इथे दिले 103.8. ओके I ची व्हॅल्यू 103.8. त्यानंतर 0.85 एरिया कॅचमेंट एरिया हेक्टर मध्ये दिलेला आहे. मीटर स्क्वेअर मध्ये घ्यायचं 0.85 एरिया area is given in hectares divided by constant 3.6. 3.6 ने divide करायचं 1 by 3.6 multiply by C into I TCP into area. Multiply by this, solving this factor, we get the peak discharge as 7.35 meter cube per second. This is a peak discharge. Peak discharge किती आलाय 7.35 meter cube per second. समजलं इथपर्यंत आली व्हॅल्यू सगळ्यांची? समजलं नसेल तर विचारा. पहिल्यांदा काय काढलंय टाइम ऑफ कॉन्सन्ट्रेशन by Kirpi's equation. Then we got the value of time of concentration 27.4 minute. Then we have determined the maximum depth of rainfall for this time of concentration 27.4 minute. By interpolation, we got this value of maximum depth of rainfall as 47.4 meter, 47.4 mm. Then average intensity I suffix TCP, that is determined from this maximum depth and time of concentration. Average intensity you have calculated. Then from the equation QP is equal to 1 by 3.6 into C into I into A. By putting the value of C, I and A, we get the value of maximum discharge, peak discharge, that is 7.35 meter cube per second. Okay, QP is equal to 7.35 meter cube per second. आलाय सर्वांचं व्हॅल्यू? Any difficulty in this, please ask. समजलं नसेल तरी विचारा. आलाय का सगळ्यांचं व्हॅल्यू? समजलं इथपर्यंत? Any difficulty, please ask. समजलं का सगळ्यांना? पाटील, इंगळे, उराडे, बागे, जाधव, मेंढेकर, मानसी, समजलं का? मानसी पराशर, समझ में आया प्रॉब्लम?
यस सर.
डिफिकल्टी समझ में आया क्या पराशर?
यस सर.
कुछ डिफिकल्टी है तो पूछो.
नो डिफिकल्टी सर.
Okay. So up to this you have seen this stream gauging. Third unit मध्ये आपण पाहिलं stream gauging आणि floods.